Hey guys, I'm Kelsey, and today's class is one to open your heart and trust yourself. So we'll be working a lot with the heart chakra and a little bit with the throat. You don't need any props, but I'm going to have my blanket just to set down for my knees because we'll be working into camel to open up that heart space a little bit more. And I think that's it. And my little friend over here is Binks. We have a little baby. So go ahead and get your mat out and we'll get started. So to start, we'll just be in a seated position. Go ahead and let your eyes gently close, or you can just gently focus your gaze on something if you don't want to close them. Just place your hands on top of your knees. Just breathing here. Arriving on our mat, whatever time of day it is, whether it's the morning or at night. Just taking a moment here to ground ourselves. Maybe do a quick body scan. Notice if you feel anything tight or cranky. Do a quick emotional scan as well. How are your feelings today? How are you today? Start to take deeper inhales. So inhale for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Pausing at the top. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Pause. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that a few more rounds on your own. Taking inhales, longer exhales. One more round. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Pause. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and open your eyes. Take your hands, place them out in front of you. Clasp them, push out and up. Exhale, you'll reach around behind your back, clasping them again, puffing up the chest. Letting your head sit back if that feels comfortable. Open up that throat space. Hands around. Bring your right hand to the mat, and your left arm will come up and over. Breathing into that side body. Exhale, switch sides. Just a quick wake up our body movements. Bring your left hand to your right knee and twist. He's in my pot. He likes to dig in my pots. Twisting to the opposite side. Come back through to center. And make your way to a tabletop position. Hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Inhaling to drop the belly and pull the chest through. Exhaling to round the spine, dropping the head and neck. Inhale, pull the head and chest through. Exhale, rounding the spine. Going through a few more rounds on your own, making any organic movements. Taking any other versions of cat-cow that you want. Two more rounds. Last round. Come back through a neutral tabletop and walk your knees back. And we're coming down all the way to the belly. So elbows magnetizing back, coming down to the belly. Put your right arm out, straight from the arm socket. Place your head down. Using your left hand to tent up onto fingertips, rolling over onto your side. Your foot can come behind you if that works for you. If not, it can just hover in the air, but you're rolling over onto your shoulder for a quick chest opener. And just take a note here of where you feel it in your chest. Do you feel it in your shoulder? Because if you feel it in your shoulder, back off a little bit and just feel it right here in this pec. Taking a few rounds here. Come back through to center. Release yourself, and then just kind of shrug that shoulder around a little bit. Place the left hand out, and we're just come on to the other side. Head down. Flip over if you can. If not, it's totally fine. You don't need to have your foot on the ground. And again, take notice of where you feel the stretch. If you feel it more in your shoulder, back off. This cat is playing with my hair. He is a hellion. Take one more breath here. So come back through to center. Ow. Coming back to a neutral tabletop position. Take your hands and take a big step out in front of you with them. And then we're gonna sit back down, and we're coming into puppy pose, so you wanna make sure that your hips stay over your knees and you don't wanna be forward or back. So if you need to walk your knees back a little bit, you can, and come down. So your forehead can be down or your chin can be up. And sometimes I have Quasimodo posture here. So sometimes it's easier for me to take my arms just a little bit wider and then come down. We won't be here long because this is uncomfortable for me. But it's just really good to get into the chest. Last breath here. Pull forward and come into Sphinx pose. And just pause. Noticing the effects. Noticing how you feel. One more breath here. Come down, plant your hands beside the low ribs, push up and back for downward facing dog. Taking your first down dog, go ahead and walk your feet out, shake your hips from side to side if you need to, do whatever you need. Don't force your body to do something that you don't want to do. So with this flow, I said that it was a heart-opening flow and to trust yourself. So trusting ourselves means there's going to be some balancing postures. And I don't mean crazy balancing postures. They're they're challenging, yes, but we're not doing forearm stands. So challenging your balance, to trust yourself. Take 2 more breaths here. Gaze forward, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up. Hands go up, down through heart center. Moving through just a few of half sun salutations, a little bit differently this time. We're gonna Inhale our arms up. Exhale to bring them back down and around behind our back and puff up our chest. Exhale to forward fold with the bind, bringing it with you. Release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come all the way up. Stand up. Hands down through heart center. Samasthiti, hands down by your sides. 2 more times. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, them behind the back. Bind the hands, puff up the chest. Exhale to forward fold with the bind. Inhale to release the hands, look up halfway. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up, hands go up, down through heart center, Samasthiti, mountain pose. Last time, inhale, arms go up. Exhale, release them behind the back, binding the hands, puffing up the chest. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up, hands go up. Exhale, hands down through heart center, pausing here. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself, putting myself in the sun and sweating my ass off during these videos, but whoo, already sweating. Take one more breath here. Inhale, arms go up high. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale, the right leg goes high. Exhale, step between your hands, rising up for your crescent lunge. We're on the ball of the back foot. Bending that back knee if you need to. Arms go up high. Last breath here. If you need to, you can hop your back foot in. Otherwise, we're going to come up to one-legged Tadasana. Holding here. Making sure that that right foot is firmly planted. Pressing the ground away, lifting up through that right leg. Take an inhale breath. An exhaled breath to take your right hand to the outside of the knee and left hand comes back. Your gaze can be to the side or straight back. Breathing here. Last breath. Come back through to center, hands to heart center, taking that left foot, shooting it back, passing through warrior 3, planting it back down for your crescent lunge. Left hand comes to the inside of the foot, right arm goes high for a twist. Keeping that back leg strong, making sure it's not sagging down. One more breath. Listen carefully because this is a little challenging. Make sure that you have your right foot, your right heel, you're pressing down really firmly. We're going to rise up and just lift up into a twist. Again, making sure that that back leg is strong. You're strong. You can do it. Holding here. One more breath. Take your right hand, gently placing it on the back thigh and reverse. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Step back to plank, going through your vinyasa or coming down to the belly. Keeping your hands right where they are, magnetizing your elbows back, shoulders onto the back, feet firmly planting into the ground. Lift up for your heart opener. Exhale down, curl the back toes under, down and back for downward facing dog. Whew. For some reason, I keep saying curl the back toes under like we have other toes. I don't know why, but I say it every time. 2 more breaths here. If you need to take a break, you can come down into child's pose or a kneeling posture. 1 more breath. Inhale, left leg goes up high. Exhale, stepping between the hands, rising up for your crescent pose. Making sure that that back leg is strong, front leg is strong, arms go up. Breathing here. 1 more breath. Popping our way up into that one-legged Tadasana, so if you need to step halfway, you can. And you can hold on to your knee here if you want, like this, or hands can be high. 1 more breath here. Exhale your left hand down to the outside of your right knee. Shoot your arm back. I have a hummingbird friend. Oh, he flew away. Making sure that you're pressing down, pressing the floor away with that left foot, lifting up out of it. 1 more breath. Come back through to center, hands to heart center. Shooting your right foot back, passing through warrior 3, coming down for your crescent lunge. Right hand to the inside of your left foot, opening up for your twist. Again, making sure that back leg is strong. One more breath here. Now here's where you need to really ground down, be firm, and taking your time coming up to this twisted crescent. One more breath. Exhale to gently place the hand on the back thigh. We're not using it as a prop, just gently reverse. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Shoot the left foot back for plank. Come down to the belly or go through your vinyasa. Inhale up, cobra. Exhale down, back, downward facing dog. And just come to your knees for a second. Pausing here. Taking a break, noticing how you feel. Ask yourself, where is it in your life that you need to trust yourself? Where is it in your life that you need to have faith in yourself? Where is it in your life that you can love yourself more? Just pausing to take notice. One more breath here. Exhale, open your eyes if you had them closed. And I'm going to grab my blanket. You don't need a blanket. My knees are just sensitive out here on this concrete. So, if you have blocks and you find that camel is hard for you, you could take blocks to each outside of your ankles, and then that way you can have something a little bit higher to grab onto. But first we're gonna prep into it. So you can have your hands on your hips or your hands onto your lower back, kind of like they're in jean pockets, or you can flip them up. And you want your knees to be hip width distance, okay? So we take an inhale, and I want you to grab your rib cage first, and inhale up, opening your chest back, placing your hands on your hips, really lifting back. Really engaging your quads here and your hips are forward. Take 2 breaths here. Last time. And then sit back onto your hips, just pausing. Noticing what comes up. Sometimes that's a really big chest opener, and I struggle with it because, again, Quasimodo posture here. So it's a struggle for me to open up my chest, and sometimes when I do, there's just a lot of emotions that flood in. So we're just taking a pause here to just notice how we're feeling, what's coming up. We'll go through that one more time, but this time we'll take the full expression. One more breath. Coming back up onto our knees, making sure that they're hip width distance. Again, starting with our hands in our back pockets or on our hips, wherever you want. I like to curl my toes under when I take the full expression just because it gives me a little bit more to grab onto. Again, if you have those blocks, you can set them outside your ankles. Take an inhale breath to prepare. Engage the quads, sending the hips forward. Coming back. Grabbing whenever you're ready. If you're not ready, that's fine. Just remember to engaging the quads. Staying here. 2 more breaths. Carefully come back up. Sit back on your heels, pausing to notice. Go ahead and open your eyes if you had them closed, and if you want to go ahead and move the blanket out of the way, you can. Coming onto our backs now. Just bringing our knees into our chest and doing a quick circle around your sacrum with your knees. Going one way and then the other. Planting your feet, taking your left foot across your right leg for figure 4 stretch and staying right here. Or you can gently press your knee away. Or you can bring it in close by grabbing the back of your leg. Sometimes it feels good to gently sway side to side. Planting your right foot down and just letting the entire leg package spill over to the right. Left arm comes out long beside you, pressing your knee away gently if you want. Head is either straight up or to the left. Inhale, bring your legs back through to center. Just switch sides. Right foot on top of left. Again, staying here or pulling it in closer. Planting the left foot, letting it spill over to the left. Right arm goes out long, gaze is up or to the right. Bring your legs back through to center. Plant your feet. Bring your feet as wide as your mat and let your knees knock in. Lift your arms up into the air, taking your left arm on top of your right and just gently hugging yourself. So we did a lot of chest opening in here. We're just going to release a lot of those chest muscles that we stretched. Breathing into them, imagining them becoming soft. Inhale your arms up and then just switch it to the right arm on top. Inhale your arms back up. Heel toe your feet back to hip width distance. And then just stretch your legs out long and your arms down by your sides, palms facing up. Heading into Shavasana. So if there's any other postures you want to go ahead and take, whether that be wheel or something else, go ahead and take it. Know that Shavasana is always waiting for you. If you're coming with me, go ahead and get stretched out. Maybe tucking your shoulder blades down onto your back, lifting your pelvis and gently smoothing that out if you need to as well. Starting to relax. Noticing if you're holding on onto anywhere else. Relaxing your feet, your calves, your thighs and hips, your belly, your chest, your hands, arms, shoulders. Moving to your throat space. Your jaw, your tongue. The space between your eyebrows. Letting your eyes nestle back into their sockets. Just letting yourself get really heavy. And maybe you sit there and come back to that question of how can you trust yourself in your life today? Where is it in life that you need to have faith in yourself? How can you love yourself wholly and unconditionally right now? Go ahead and take Shavasana. Start inviting deeper breaths into the body. Start making micro movements, starting with your fingers and your toes, moving on to your wrists and ankles. Bringing your arms up overhead, your legs out long for a nice full body stretch. Bending your knees and planting your feet, rolling over onto one side for fetal pose and pausing here. Taking a moment here to tell yourself, I love you. Taking a moment here to send yourself gratitude. Taking one final breath here, inhaling. Exhaling to sigh it out the mouth, letting it all go. And as you're ready, you can come to a seated position with your eyes gently closed. Today, my friends, we are going to Om. So if that feels awkward for you, don't do it. It's totally fine. You can just sit here with your eyes closed. Otherwise, you can come with me. Sweep your arms out, up, and overhead to touch. Hands down through heart center to seal your practice. We'll take an inhale, and on the exhale, we'll Om. So take a big, deep inhale. May you always have faith in yourself. May you always trust yourself. May you always trust that your heart knows what you want. Namaste. Thanks for joining me for this class. I encourage you to sit down today and journal just a little bit of maybe what does your heart want? What does your heart desire? What does your heart want that you are not fulfilling, that you are holding back from? Because a heart knows what we want. Oftentimes we're just living in a society that tells us that what we want is not right, or what we want is not what's going to get us to succeed. And so we push that to the wayside, and I don't know about you, but I'm kind of tired of doing that. So follow your dreams, follow your heart, trust yourself, and trust that whenever you feel like something is in alignment, that's when you can take aligned action, and that's when it's going to work for you. Know, trust, love. See you next time. Is the sun in your eyes, bud? Huh? I'm sweating.